In today's video I'm bringing you an advanced form of heresy. I'm just kidding. But today we are playing an interesting build, or well, I'm showcasing an interesting build, we're not playing it. Despia Red Dragon Archfiend. So, the main unique selling point about this build, what makes it interesting, is its ability to use Guardian Chimera to act as basically a better trident that kind of refreshes your hand in your opponent's turn. Now, the greatest part about this specific build is that since I discovered this possible card, this possible tag, I can theoretically go into 2 Chimeras, one in their turn, and then in turn 4 I can drop it again. Since this can banish itself to set a branded spell trap. Now, due to it being a quick play means you cannot use it turn 3, but still, you know, this deck can grind quite well. So, how and why does this work? So, Aluber the Jester of Despia and its normal special summon can add a branded spell trap from your deck to your hand. Branded in red can target the Despia monster in your grave, add it to their hand, then we fusion summon, banishing materials from our hand or field. Now, what makes this really fun? Chimera can be remade with any 3 monsters with different names. For every material on the field you can destroy a card your opponent controls. And for every monster from your hand you get to draw a card. So basically, Magic Bandits your hand in a way, I suppose. Enabling you to draw cards like Schoolmeister, Effect Failure, you know, those kind of cards. Now, the brilliant part about this is, sure, turn 1 we're locked into Synchros, but turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, we're fine. So yeah, this mixer works quite well. Now, what made this an upgrade over the build I previously tried is Despian Strategy. If this card is sent to the graveyard or banished by a card effect, you can add a Despian monster from the deck to your hand to accept itself. So it gets you a level 4. Now, why is this cool? There are a few ways to get this card to the grave. If we're able to make Chaos Ruler without normal summon, this, as a matter of fact, of Chaos Ruler just works. That's a card effect. Sending this to the grave with Chaos Ruler does count. Banishing it with Branded in Red also triggers this effect. So if we have this available as a material, aka if this is in the grave, Branded in Red will add it to your hand, and then afterwards we can search Aluber, which is just totally ridiculous if you ask me. We can Foolish Burial this, we can Gold Sark it, Dark World Dealings, Hand Destruction, Allure of Darkness works. A lot of ways to trigger this, searching on level 4. Which will get us our fusion spell for an additional interrupt. Well, on top of that, of course, we run 3 of this because we want to see it. This also gets to it. We run 3 Whirlwind, just one of the battle level 4s. Triple Schoolmeister, Great of Chaos Ruler, it's also just a normal summonable level 4 in the worst case scenario. Triple Crimson Resonator, best Resonator in the deck. Of course, we run 3. Maybe one Synchro Resonator here should be swapped out for a Chain Resonator, but the General is a very nice card. 3 off because, well, it's the only one that you really want to see in your hand besides Crimson. That's the only Resonator we run together with Crimson in this build. Definitely arguments to run 1 Chain though. Triple Vader, very good hand trap, works with Chaos Ruler. Vex Vader to get added to the hand. Triple Allure, lots of darks in here, so this is natural. Triple Resucall to get your Crimson. 1 upstart to run 39 cards. Card Destruction does yeah, it's affect this card, so this will work with Despian Strategy. Triple Dealings because it also works with Strategy. It kind of enables your opponent to draw their hand traps, but still. We need to get our Strategy into the grave. 1 Gold Sark to just basically search your Aluber I mean. 1 Foolish to search your Aluber. Triple Hand Destruction, as bad as this card is. It's another way to get to Aluber. And possibly Crimson if you didn't open it, by the way. Yeah, a Fusion Spell and Double Red Rain, which in this build, it's not a dedicated build to Spasm Abyss as other builds do. Then again, I do suppose if we have Chimera and Abyss on the field, this will protect them both. So there are some interactions here that work quite well, so maybe Red Rain should be a 3 in this build. It's a bit of an experiment version still, you know, it's the first time trying this build. But definitely arguments for Triple Red Rain in a more Polish version, I should say. Anyways, Double Chimera, this is also another option you can go into, it just requires a Light of Dark, which isn't hard, that's all our monsters, and a Despia monster. And your opponent must then pay 600 life points to activate cards or effects. If you combine this with Red Rain, and this is the highest attack monster, it goes to like a Chaos Ruler, which is possible. They can barely get rid of this. Can be an interesting strategy. Of course, the King Calamity, Nether Soul, Double Bane, Double Abyss, Double Chaos Ruler, 1 Dark End and Triple Red Rising. These are all default VTOs on Red Dragon Archfiend. And let's look at 2 test hands. This is the first test hand. We open the Foolish, we open the Crimson, so well. Also the opponent does have hand traps, but yeah, it's because cards like Dark World Dealings otherwise don't work. Gets actual hand traps, of course. They would just negate this. It's just a demonstration, okay? So yeah, we get our cards from the deck. Going to Keelschuurder. Keelschuurder activate 5. Well, not 2 more of those in the grave, okay. Get the Veiler, get the Abyss. So, Brent and Red ready. If your opponent starts summoning monsters, just drop it on him. Add this to your hand. Cardly Chimera, Chain Block. Which, by the way, is also pretty nasty. Boom. Have a ton of cards in your hand ready to just unleash on them and just finish them off. Reset the Branded, as I talked about, so next turn can interrupt again. Yeah, this deck is an insane grind game. So, different test hand. Here we don't open anything related to the engine, but Wildwind, well, it's a very good card, as you can see here. Red Rising into Crimson. Crimson gets her level 1s from the deck, the Twisted Bunch. Here we Allure. Doesn't really give us much. Maybe Gale's Cooler will help. Well, it certainly helps. That certainly helps. Well, sent to the grave by Artifact. There's an Allure. Normal gets that boy. Go to Abyss. Synchro Resonator. Set Red Rain. Or well, add it back to the hand. Triple Red Rain. Allure, because why not? Not like we have anything to lose here. Whatever we don't need can just fuse away anyway. I tried to do. You're gonna try to play Yu-Gi-Oh? No, I don't think you will. Chain block yet again. Get another Allure. What a card. They have plenty of resources. Turn 2. This time level 1 wasn't in the grave. You need 2 level 1s in your graveyard basically to get the full Branded play you want. But yeah, that's a pretty nasty board if I say so myself. Because keep in mind there are 2 red rains, which just turn your monsters into invulnerable cards, which they're towers. On top of the Abyss negate, it's honestly just ridiculous. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. This is my Despia Red Dragon Archfiend list, which is very spicy, very strong. Creatures might not be perfect yet, but yeah, you get the idea. It's very, very solid. Hope you all enjoyed it. Peace.